What's going on, everyone? My name is Tim.
And I'm Tony.
And welcome to a very, very special edition of Raw Talk Christian Podcast.
Yes, sir.
We also are going to be mashing up another special broadcast, which is Nation of Kings Red Couch Conversations. And so, look, we in here, man.
Yes, sir.
But as always, TB, wants everybody to know what Raw Talk is all about.
Man, Raw Talk is all about overcoming, man. That's what we do. That's what we talk about. We talk about the various situations and things that we all have to overcome, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, because we are also combining our Nation of Kings Red Couch Conversation today, we have been having a very, very good time past couple of weeks talking about different impactful topics. Look, if you all have missed any of those, go back and check it out, So I think we have like 3 weeks so far, and we're going to be going for another couple of weeks. And look, it has been a blast, man. And so this week, like I said, this is just going to be a special edition, for Raw Talk Christian Podcast, as well as Red Couch Conversations. And TB, wants everybody know what we're talking about today.
Oh, man. So you hit me up with something deep, bro. Man, we're talking about wisdom versus experience.
Man.
Let that sink in, y'all.
Man.
Wisdom versus experience.
That's
tough.
That's man. When PKJ told me that he wanted me to do it this week, and I was like, man, what? Holy Spirit, what are we going to talk about, man? Before we even left the church last week, hit me with it. Wisdom versus experience, and man, I think it's a very, very on time topic, because this is a good topic for not just us, you know what I'm saying, but it's a good topic for if you're young, if you're middle age, if you're old, if you're male, if you're female, if you're black, white, whatever it is. We all have situations and times we encounter in our lives where we either have to display some wisdom. Right. We go through things where we have to learn, experience. You know what I'm saying? So it affects everybody. I don't care who you are. Wisdom versus experience, man. So when you hear those two words, man, what kind of jump out at you? I don't know if we can even say both of them at the same time, man. Both of them so heavy by themselves.
They are, man. They are, because both of them. I'll say this. I don't want to jump too far, man, because I feel like I'm gonna go too far. But the thing is, man, I'll say this: wisdom, even in experience, is always available. Wisdom and experience is always available. I'm gonna end up saying that again, and throughout this podcast. But the thing is, man, wisdom and experience, you will always have an experience. Period. I mean, if you're breathing, you're going to experience something.
Yep.
And even with the same thing, when you're breathing, you're still going to come across some wisdom. You know, so both of them, not only are they always available, man, it's inevitable. You're going to come across it.
Yeah. Breathing, I mean, you said it's like breathing. And experience is like time. We all experience time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all have a history because as long as time continues to progress, there's always going to be something in the past. All right. So same thing with experience. You know, at whatever second of the day, whatever minute of the day, we experience that moment. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like you said, I like the way you put that, man. We're all gonna experience.
Right. We all going to have an experience.
Yeah.
And wisdom is always available.
Yes.
There's a reason why I'm saying it that way, but we'll get to it.
Yes, sir. So, when you're talking about experiences, man, what are some experiences that you can kind of point out in your life that have been like very, very impactful? Because along with experience, you know, there are like very, very impactful ones, and then there are some that are not as impactful. They're still important, but what are some major experiences that you've had?
I mean, the military was a very, very impactful experience. You know, the military has shaped me quite a bit, and not only did it shape me to become the person that I am, but that experience also afforded me other experiences, like even with the jobs that I'm working, even some of the benefits that I get as a veteran, you know. So like and not only that, but the military has put me into relationships with you know, people. You know, you're in the military, man, you'll have some brothers and sisters for life, you know. Some people that you'll always remember, whether you just went through basic training, you know, or like me, I was National Guard, but I've done some deployments, you know, and being on some deployments with people, I mean, you come to, you know these people and things of that nature. But military gave me, you know, was a very impactful experience. But church has been like the biggest impact ever, because the way I grew up in church was also the way I handle military, you know, also. So like, that's how I was able to, you know, endure the military. And then just so that I'll put it to you this way. So even though the military brought me into a relationship with people, church has taught me how to handle the relationship with people. So those are the two biggest things. And really I mentioned three, you know, because like church is the biggest experience, military is a big experience, and then relationship with people, you know, is a total different experience. But, you know, relationship with people like this brother here, you know, big impact on my life, you know, just, and you said it, you know, time. We spent years together. You know what I mean? You know, we've been knowing each other for a long time, you know.
Yes,
but like, and you've seen me throughout some different experiences that I've faced in my life, you know. The same with you. I've seen you with some different, you know. So like, relationships is another impactful experience that I believe that everybody, you know, it's especially that when relationships is something that everybody experience, you know, that has a big impact on their lives.
That's good, man. I'm talking about experiences for me, man. Kind of have to piggyback on really all that. The same thing, man. That's one of the things why, you know, our experiences kind of mirror us a lot. You know what I'm saying? Same thing out military, being able to see some things and do some things that I've never would have done if I never would have experienced the military. Meeting people that I never would have met, you know. just building relationships also,
Right.
be it in the workplace, be it in when you was kicking it, you know what I'm saying, in
Right.
the secular world, be it at church and things like
Right,
that.
uh-huh.
And like you said, man, one of the most impactful ones was church, you know what I'm saying, because that was it was a learning situation.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
It did teach you a lot, man. But and I'm gonna say this, man, so I can say both of us, you know what I'm saying, experience of, with our wives, you know what I'm saying, our families, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good man.
You know what I'm saying?
Good looking out. Good looking out.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are some things that we are going to experience, even just like you said, being born, you're going to experience, family on some level. You're going to experience relationships on some levels. You're going to experience highs and lows, in life. And so we understand that all those things are combined, those experiences make who we are today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Regardless if we see the experience as a good experience or a bad experience, nevertheless, they were experiences that shape who we are right now. So, man, experiences are very, very important. Man.
Very.
Now that we talked a little bit about experience, man, let's talk about wisdom.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because as important as experiences are, as fundamental to our life's experiences are, I would say wisdom would go hand in hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, it may even weigh a little more, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
but
right.
the fact of the matter is that we all come in contact with wisdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Either by force or by choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We can experience good wisdom and some bad wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
I get what
you
you
can
said,
get good advice, bad advice.
Right,
You can get good lessons, bad lessons. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is, like I said, it's as valuable as experiences are. So when you talk about the word wisdom, man, what jumps out at you?
Man, so because I grew up in church, man, when I think about the word wisdom, the first thing that jumps out, is godly wisdom. That's the first thing that jumps out. So like when you said good wisdom and bad wisdom, I think I put it in terms of this way. There's godly wisdom and then there's earthly wisdom. Because think about it, the Bible says there is a way that seems right unto man, but the end leads to death. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times when we come into the ways that seem right unto men, it's that earthly counsel, that earthly, wisdom, so but like when I think of wisdom, man, I remember back in the day when you would say wisdom, the first thing I would think about is somebody older. Why? Because of their age, and with age comes experience.
With their experience, yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always thought about somebody who was older. It was that, Rafiki to Simba in Lion King. Y'all like how I did it? But we know that Rafiki was an old, monkey. You know what I mean? And Simba was this little lion cub, but look at it. Even as, my kids looking at me or your kids looking at you, when you speak to them, it's wisdom, whether they receive it or not, whether they know it or not, but it's because first, if you don't listen to what I say, I'm gonna whoop your tail, but it's okay, their age, they're older than me, My son thought that I played basketball better than him because I was older than him and bigger than him. But that could be further from the truth. You know what I mean? But time in a certain area will give me more knowledge about an area. But like the thing is, so when I thought of wisdom, man, the first thing that would jump to my mind was older people. But then I started coming around older people that I was like, where is the wisdom?
Watch out now.
Where is it? Yeah, it's gone.
So you're saying wisdom doesn't have necessarily an age limit?
It don't.
Because sometimes, like any parent, you know what I'm saying, at some point in time, your child is going to amaze you.
Right.
Because they're going to either say something or do something like, that was smart.
Right.
That was wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's beyond your time, you know?
Like,
and
it made sense right there. And, okay.
So why can it make sense right here and you ain't doing everything?
Right.
No, we ain't gonna go there. But the fact of the matter, so you don't have to be old to be wise. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't have any age limit. Wisdom is wisdom.
Right. That's
you know what I'm saying? And so that's a beautiful sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't have any gateway.
Right.
I don't think it is that you have to avail yourself.
That's it. And
to things that make you wise. Yeah.
And you know, the thing is, it's comforting that wisdom doesn't have an age limit. Because then I don't have to be like, well, wait till I get 60 and I'm gonna be wise. You know, so you can be 6, you know, and if you're taught right then in that experience, what was right, what was wrong, and so on and so forth, and then apply what you just learned, because we know that wisdom is applied knowledge. That's what we hear a lot, you know, that wisdom is applied knowledge, you know, but still be careful with that because but the thing is, if you teach a child something and then they grasp it and then continue to use it, that child is now wise in that area. To where they're not having to wait until they are a certain age to obtain wisdom.
Yeah, that's good there. That is real good. So, I mean, a picture of that would be sometimes, you know, you can be at a job and, you know, your supervisor may be a little younger than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They may have a little bit more time in that position. They might have more experience. They may be a little bit more wiser when it comes to that particular field that you're in. And so just because you're older doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to come in and start saying, oh, I'm older, so I know more. You know what I'm saying? No, it doesn't have any necessary age to it, man. So again, the only gatekeeper to wisdom is being available to learn. You know what I'm saying? If you cut yourself off from learning, then, man, the only thing you'll be wise in is not being wise. You know what I'm saying?
Put your own title to it, but you know what it is.
Yeah. So, Mike Ty had a series a while back called Wisdon. You know what I'm saying? And it was like not the deal, but actually like you being dumb because you lack the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And especially, man, when you have the wisdom available for you, you know what I'm saying? When you have access to things, when if we go super church, you know what I'm saying? When you know better, you're supposed to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when the Lord, when you know the Lord, when you know have relationships, when you have been in His presence, you know, and then it's like I'm gonna choose not to pursue that wisdom, even though I know that wisdom is going to help me. Man, that's crazy. That is absolutely. And speaking from experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? When I have it right there, I always say, like I was saying, like, if somebody had $1 million to speak on this table and they said all you had to do is get up and come get it, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get up and come get it, wait for somebody to bring it to you, you're done for just sitting there.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So wisdom is something that you need to pursue. But it's not hard to get.
Not hard at all.
So, but if you don't go get it, you're going to sit right there where you are and not progress, you know, and be left behind.
So even using the analogy, we love analogies. That's just the way we
Word.
You know. But even using the analogy of $1 million sitting there on a table and they say, all you got to do is come get it. But you say, well, somebody can just bring it to me. You take the risk of not getting everything that you were supposed to have as you came and got it yourself. I'm going to be honest.
Come on.
Because if you too lazy to get up to come and get this money, you're going to be too lazy to count it.
And by the time it make it to you.
Glad you got that.
Yes, sir.
About time I bring it to you, It may not be $1 million.
No.
You still get some money.
Right.
You still get your money, but maybe not all of it. You know,
Yeah.
Baby got shoes and all this. But
Right.
no, but seriously though, you know, it's when it comes to wisdom, I like that you use the analogy of $1 million because like wisdom will, you know, make you rich, not just financially, but like, you know, wisdom has brought me into a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things. Wisdom has gotten me to, you know, benefits and all of that stuff. You know, I talk about my military benefits, but the thing is, I had to use wisdom to get to some of those things, you know. And partially, you know, as far as the wisdom goes, some people had to say, hey man, this is how you do it.
Right.
So when they told me how, here it is again. When they told me how, I went and did what they told me how to do. You know, that's applied knowledge.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so when I applied that knowledge, when I applied that wisdom, man, I started getting things that, you know, had I just been sitting there looking stupid and dumb, there are people, you know, who just sit there and be like, man, I'm good though. I'm like, but you not though. you not
be better.
Right. You could be better and you know, have other benefits along the way.
But just like you said, wisdom brings you into things. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom can also stop you from going into the wrong things. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And so that's one of the great things about wisdom, man, is that if you allow wisdom to guide you, you know what I'm saying, the wisdom of God to guide you, you know what I'm saying, it's not only going to open doors for you, it's going to close some doors for you that don't need to be open. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows you better than the one who made you?
Right, come on, man.
You know, so it might look appealing and it might look good to me, and I might want to pursue whatever that thing is, but the Holy Spirit may say, hey, no, it would benefit you for just a little bit of time.
Right.
But for the long haul, it's not going to benefit you. Don't waste your time. Don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like wisdom would say, you know, it ain't all that. And before I know it, when I look at it, when I use wisdom, no, it ain't all that.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it looks appealing, but then like, I don't know. So like, I'm older now, right?
Yeah, you are.
You ain't got to do that.
Sorry, my bad.
Because I'm some years behind you.
Oh, dang. All right. That's what we doing. All right.
Use wisdom. But no, so I'm older now, and there are things that I'm like, you know what? I feel like I can do this, and maybe I ought to go ahead and try. But wisdom is like, you're older now, boy. You're older now. You think you finna get out there and, you know, jump up and grab the rim. You're older now. Now you may be able to get up there, but coming down is hard.
Listen, because I heard a dude say a joke, man. It's like when you get 40 and older, you know, the getting up part ain't the problem. It's that you have to start making life decisions on how you're gonna come down. Because if you come down the wrong way,
for real,
that recovery time ain't. Go ahead, I ain't mean it.
But for real, and you're right. That recovery time, because like I think about that before I get up, and I'm like, I'm gonna just stay right here.
Yeah,
you know, I'm gonna stay, but I have to use wisdom. What I'm saying is, wisdom will save you some pain if you just look at it. If you just use it, get into it. It will save you a lot of heartache and pain. Wisdom is steady trying to cover us. Wisdom is steady trying to protect us and keep us. But what's in the way of wisdom? Our flesh.
Yep.
Our flesh is
limited.
Come on, man.
View of the present.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that kills us. You know, because in the immediate time, it's like, man, I don't really want to do this because it's gonna take too long. But wisdom will say, go ahead and do this now while you have the opportunity. to do it.
Come on.
But you're
man.
looking at it like, man, it's gonna be so much work, and you might not have this opportunity to do it.
Right.
Again, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Man, so you asked me a question I've been dying to get to. What was it?
I was about to go there next, man.
Go ahead.
So, when it comes to wisdom and experience, can you have one without the other?
That's it right there. So I'm gonna talk about. Remember when I was saying earlier how you always have an experience, but wisdom is available? Because here's the thing. You can experience something, like for instance, going to jail is an experience, right?
It is.
What if a person goes to jail, spend 10 years, get out for 6 months, and go back? What just happened? Only thing that happened was wisdom. Experience wasn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that happened was experience. Wisdom wasn't there. Or wisdom wasn't applied. Wisdom wasn't used. So here's the thing. You can have experience. We can have experiences all day long. And wisdom is there, available, but we do not use it. It's kind of like, like I just said, a person can go to jail, right, for 10 years. And do you know that while you're in jail, we can say that the system is jacked up and broken and all this other stuff. And that may be true. But here's the thing. There's still the reformation process that's still in place. They still have to perform that task or those duties of going through the reform process, right?
Right.
They still put those avenues in their classes and making you, so if all you did was, sold drugs or whatever, they say, okay, well, instead of selling drugs, you're going to be, washing dishes in this place, or you're going to be, out on the prison farm doing this or doing that or whatever the case may be. So the thing is, what they're doing is teaching you how to work. 8 hours or however many hours they have you working. They teaching you, hard work,
right.
Honest work. That's what they're teaching you. But the thing is, so like the wisdom would be, you know what? I did this in jail. I can go ahead when I get out. I know that it's hard, but I still got to do what I got to do to, get me a job. So I'm going to just work hard to get a job, just like I work hard on that prison form or working hard in the laundry room or whatever it is. I'm going to work hard to get, to get a job.
Right.
But what happens is the whole time that a lot of folks be in jail, they're thinking about how not to get caught. See, wisdom, and that's what I'm talking about when you talk about, good wisdom and bad wisdom. Because the bad wisdom is like, what do I need to do to not get caught again?
Yeah. I'm not going to stop doing what I was doing.
Right. I'm not going to, right. So, like, the problem is, you're not thinking about, okay, the things that I did got me here. Right. And I'm going to go do something again that will still land me here. If I get caught, I just got to figure out how not to get caught again. See, like, that's where wisdom is absent, because you have all of these tools that they do give you in prison that's just not being used.
Yeah. And a lot of times, man, when you look at, especially a scenario, you have tools. You were just using the wrong way, which is what landed you in prison in the first place. You didn't have the wisdom to take that knowledge or that skill and point it in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And had that wisdom been there, be it by way of somebody mentoring or somebody coming alongside, accountability or something like that, had that tool been pointed at the right direction through wisdom, you would not only just avoided jail, you could have been making major multi-millionaire money. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about a hustler is a hustler. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the way you direct your hustle. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but like the question, can you have one without the other? And I don't think you can. I say there's no way you can, because, so let me say this. Like you said, because in every situation, there's an experience. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it is that once you have experienced something, you have an option to either learn something from it or not learn something from it. Right. And so that's why you say when wisdom is always present, it is. Right. So it's always one and the same. However, I would say this though. There was an old saying said that experience is the teacher of fools. Have you ever heard that? And so they say that in the sense of say that, man, if somebody's trying to tell you or teach you something, learn from their experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So you don't have to experience the same thing. Right. And so, yeah, while that, that is true. You know what I'm saying? But in every experience, there is an opportunity to gain wisdom. Right. I said before, like, man, whenever I try something, even if it does not succeed, I don't fail. You know what I'm saying? I'm incapable of failing, because as long as I learn something from it, then I'm always winning something. Right.
I like the saying that you used. You said, "I don't fail, I learn."
Yeah,
I love that. Here's the thing. So, like I said, wisdom is always available in every experience, but wisdom is because of your experiences.
Okay.
Not just your experience. So, like, here's the thing. If like I said, okay, if I was a fool and I went to jail, right? If I said, okay, let me sit down and look at what they're trying to teach me, because, like, I don't like this experience that I'm having. So, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna learn what they say, and then, I'm gonna go and apply it. So, because I went and applied it, like I said, wisdom is applied knowledge, right? But a lot of times knowledge comes through experience. No, let me take it back. Knowledge comes through experience. Not just a lot of times. Knowledge comes through experience, whether it's your experience or somebody else's experience. Knowledge comes through experience. So in that case, I'll say this: you will never have wisdom without experience.
Come on. I was the same way.
But you can ignore wisdom in experience. You can. It's like, how many times have you heard? Try to tell you. What was that? That was wisdom.
Yep.
Or the lack of exercising it.
Right.
So, like, wisdom was there, but you just ignored it. So, like, that's what I mean by, like, if a person lands themselves back in jail, is because don't say, well, it's hard out here no, it is. I understand I am not discounting or discrediting or belittling somebody's, experience or anything like that. Right. But all I'm saying is this: apply wisdom. Apply wisdom. And to make it even better, apply godly wisdom.
Right.
Apply godly wisdom, because, like, you may think your partner who was like, well, man, look, next time, all you got to do is this. Well, wait a minute. What you mean next time? That's where they went wrong in the first place.
Right.
saying next time,
right.
Right. So, like, no, it's and people think, well, man, that was wise. I'm gonna just do what he just did. That way I don't get caught up, man, because shoot, man, I gotta make money.
Yeah.
You know. And it's not.
You ain't learn nothing.
Right, you ain't learn nothing. And that's just one one example that we're using. But, like, it's an example that we see all the time. We be like, man, why they keep going to jail? I'm like, my thing is this: if you done been in jail more than one time, you ain't good at what you do. Stop it. Stop it. You keep getting caught. You suck at it. Stop.
Boy, you stupid. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, so even if you say, you want to say saying that experience is teacher of fools, there is, and what even for you to avoid the having experience for yourself, you just said it, like, you have to have a teacher,
right? Somebody
had to tell you,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And so you say, well, I'm getting wisdom. How is that experience? Well, you have experienced a mentor.
Right.
You have experienced a teacher. You have experienced somebody in your life that wants to see you do better.
Right.
And so if I can see you, I've done this before. Right. This is what I'm saying. Like, TB, man, look, I've messed up. I've gone down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? I've done this. And I don't want to see you make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's wisdom being passed down, because even though I messed up, now, because I've experienced that bad situation, I have wisdom that I can pass down to somebody else.
Right.
And so they have to go hand in hand.
Right. And you know, man, what you experience there too is relationship. Think about this. And I'm pretty sure I know somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. You may even know too. So I don't know what it's called, but like when there's some type of credit term that they call it, to where, like, for instance, if you got good credit, right, and I'm trying to get a house, or I'm trying to build my credit, I can borrow your credit to build my credit.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I would've
right, yeah. Hey, anybody got good credit out there? I need to borrow some. Let me hold some.
Right.
You know? But there's I don't know what it's called, but you know, they say
I think you can be authorized use on something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but like, but the thing is, so like, you get a card with your name on it, but it's my credit. So like, if I'm, you know, so the thing is, if somebody's telling you wisdom, you're getting experience off of their experience.
Their years of experience.
Right.
And you're just now walking to the situation with years of experience.
Come on.
And it's going to put you so far ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because you not only got their experience, but you partnered it with their wisdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Man, that's good. That's real good. Because, I mean, this is what we strive to do. You know, even, you know, as parents, we want to pass down wisdom to our children. You know what I'm saying? On our jobs, we want to pass down wisdom to new co-workers. In church, we want to pass down wisdom to new believers. Wherever we go, man, it's almost like you have an opportunity to pass down wisdom and your experience, you know, in whatever situation it is. So it's good to have you know, that relationship with people, because they can give you that knowledge, that wisdom, and an experience. And like I said, it could put you so far ahead of the game. And yeah, they go hand in hand.
They do,
you know?
man. They do.
So is there now when we talk about wisdom and experience, is there one that has more weight than the other?
I mean, yeah. Wisdom is going to have the most weight. Here's the thing. So in the Bible, there's a whole book that's dedicated.
You beat me to it.
There's a whole book that's dedicated to wisdom, but it'll tell about a bunch of experiences. But the thing is, what this book is telling you to do is get the wisdom out of all of those experiences. Out of all of those experiences, the Proverbs is saying, hey, as a matter of fact, it says, above all things, get wisdom. Yeah.
There's not a book dedicated to money.
Nope.
There's not a book dedicated to health.
Nope.
There's not a book that's dedicated to necessarily relations. I mean, there is a book that's solely dedicated to wisdom, because wisdom, if you use it, if you apply it, if you get it, if you seek it, you know what I'm saying? Because it say, pay for wisdom but don't sell it. You know what I'm saying? If you get wisdom, it will filter down to every other area of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so be it your family relationship, be it your health, be it your finances, be it your emotions, be it your mental. Wisdom has the ability to impact every area of your life, which is why I believe that's why it's good above everything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these experiences get wisdom. That's why there's a dedicated book in the Bible to wisdom, because it is that impactful.
Right. It's even in Proverbs, it says that with wisdom God created the earth. With wisdom he did that. Not with experience. Not with trial and error, because that's what experience can be. Trial and, but with wisdom. So man, next question, I guess. No, but seriously though, it says with wisdom did God create, you know, the earth.
Yeah.
So like, that's how valuable wisdom is. And get this. So like, to even back up just a little bit into what we were just talking about as far as, having one without the other or whatever. But like when you have wisdom is trying to keep you from a whole lot of other experiences. That's gonna, man,
could tear you down.
Right.
But watch this also. Arguably, I ain't saying nothing else to say. The richest man in recorded history of super.
Yes, sir. Solomon.
Solomon did not ask for money. What did he ask for?
Wisdom. He didn't. So here's the thing. Even in that, he didn't ask for victory over all of his enemies or anything like that. He asked for wisdom. And the Bible says this: because you didn't ask for this, because you didn't ask for victory over your enemies, which is war experience, because you didn't ask for riches, which is financial experience. He says, you asked for wisdom. I'm going to give you all of
Go ahead.
He said, I'm gonna give you wisdom and everything else added to it. Why? Because wisdom is in all of those things.
Yeah. So I don't even know really what else is there to say. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about wisdom versus experience, there is no versus. It's wisdom with experience.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It's wisdom along with experience can give you the opportunity to better yourself in every area of life.
Right.
And not, again, like we said before, it's not just wisdom, blanket wisdom, godly wisdom.
Godly wisdom.
Because godly wisdom gives you even more of an advantage than worldly wisdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with going to school and getting an education. There's nothing wrong with pursuing financial education or anything. There's nothing wrong with trying to better yourself, your health and things like that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Get that wisdom. But above that, seek godly wisdom.
That's it.
Because what godly wisdom will do, again, it's a cheat code.
It is. So
life.
It is. I'm gonna say this. Y'all heard me say it before, but my friend Marco, he always, that when he said this, it messed me up, but he was like, it's like, so earthly wisdom, you could say it's like quarterback vision, but godly wisdom is Madden vision. Because here's the thing, the quarterback vision, he could see over who he can see over, because a lot of times quarterbacks are tall, 6 foot or better. You know what I mean? So they can see over the line and stuff like that. And they got good, some pretty decent vision to make some decisions. Right. But when you have Madden vision, not only
break that down. Some people might not know what Madden vision is.
So Madden vision, I'm talking about football, right? So Madden vision is like, so John Madden, he sat in the box.
So you have your stadium where you have your regular seats,
right?
Your ground, you're all the way up,
right?
But then the box is even above that,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can see the whole field all at once. Go ahead.
So here's the thing. Not only is the box above what's on the field, but the box is also above the crowd.
Above the noise.
Thank you. That's it. I was going there. The box is above the noise. So the thing is, so here's the thing. If you're in the box, you're not distracted by the noise, because you can focus on the field.
Yeah.
And so you can see that, hey, there's a man open down there. Up here's the route for the running back. Up that quarterback is in trouble. Why? You can see that from
the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but you can see that with Madden vision. You can see that from the box. And the thing is, so earthly wisdom is like, yeah, get your education. Yep, go and start your business. Yep, you can do this or you can do that. Earthly wisdom will tell you that, But godly wisdom will say, hey, here is what to do and how to do it.
Right, and when to do it.
Yeah. And who to use to do it. And who to partner with. That's what godly wisdom and not only that, but the best investment to make is in me, which is God.
God, yeah.
So the thing is, that's godly wisdom will sustain you way longer than earthly wisdom, because earthly wisdom is very finite. It's like they can only, earthly wisdom you can only see so far. But we serve a God who knows the end from the beginning.
Come on, man. Stands outside space and time.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So everything that can be seen, every pothole, every obstacle, every roadblock that's out there, he already knows where it is. And godly wisdom gives you the opportunity to get a glimpse. You know what I'm saying? He leads you around those things. He can lead you over those things. He can lead you through those things. But not only that, man, I like the way you said, man, talking about the people who to partner with, because godly wisdom also comes with discernment.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So discernment lets us know that this person is a wolf in sheep clothing, because they can be looking like they have all the good knowledge, they have all good reference, they have all the good experiences, but they are a wolf. And God, the godly wisdom will give you access to see that, hey, that person ain't for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. They don't want nothing good for you. But I mean, so that's why wisdom and experience is so amazing, because when we talk about godly, it's his wisdom, plus his experience, come on, that we have access to.
Come on, man.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
For real. No. Doors of the church is open. Come by ladder or Christian experience.
Come on, Doc. Go Baptist. Man, but yeah, like I said, man, it's good we talk about wisdom and experience, because sometimes I'm just be convinced. Sometimes we can get caught up like, man, I'm pray for a way out. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pray for endurance. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pray for finances. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pray for health. I'm gonna pray for strength. I'm gonna pray for all these things. But sometimes we forget to ask God for wisdom.
Right, for real.
You know what I'm saying? And if we're asking God for wisdom, He gives us that freely, and that will filter down. Like I said before, it filters down to all those other concerns. Right. God, this is 2024. We starting a new year. Give me wisdom for 2024.
That's it.
I don't know what's coming in the year 2024. I don't know what we're going to experience. I don't know what the world is going to do, because people crazy. But God, just give me wisdom for 2024.
People, pastors and churches, they have like the word of the year for the church and stuff like that. No, I need the word of my life for my life. That's it, and wisdom got to be it. Godly wisdom has to be it. Every year for me, it should be godly wisdom. Every day for me, it should be godly wisdom. For the rest of my life, it should be godly wisdom. Because the thing is, I don't know what I'm going to face. Mm-hmm. I don't know, what opportunity or experience that I'm going to have. I don't know what challenge I'm going to have. I don't know none of these things. I was working out with TJ and Micah the other day. We were bench pressing. And I saw this video, just funny, just a little off track a little bit. This video said that, it was about, this woman said that, she ain't working out with her male friends no more because, like, male friends will kill you in the gym, Mm-hmm. And she probably right, because, like, from my wife to my daughter, I'm going to push you to bench press over 100 pounds. So I don't care who you are, it's like, all right, we gonna throw the biggest plates we got on there.
Anybody can get it.
Right. Eat them cookies. But so like, I put my wife in the gym, and I had her lifting, a certain amount of weight to put my daughter. I had her doing the same thing. I was like, what? I got my baby boys with me, Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, so TJ, I know he gonna do it, Right. Micah's 10 years old. So, I put the stuff on the bench, and I was like, all right, now lift this or whatever. I didn't tell him how much it was, because here's the thing.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do it. Because if I told you how much it was, you'd be like, no, I can't do that.
Right.
Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
Let that sink in. But if you did it, and you, and then I told you what it was,
right?
You'd be like, wow, Because now you don't have. So what I did was took the excuse away of how you can't do it.
Right.
You know, so like they did it. They didn't know how much it was. We counted it up, and it was like, oh, that's 110 pounds. And you know, I was like, how much you weigh? I weigh 100 pounds. I weigh 85 pounds. I was like, see, so y'all lifted more than y'all weigh. Mm-hmm. You know, so I was like, here's the thing. Here's where the wisdom came in at. I said, see, y'all don't know how strong you are. Mm-hmm. And TJ was like, I know how strong I am. I said, no, you don't. Yes, I do. I know how strong I am. I said, no, you don't. Because you hadn't even faced your toughest test yet. You hadn't even there's some things that you hadn't even been through. Get this. In other words, what I'm saying is, I'm covering you from a lot of stuff. So get this wisdom right now. Yeah. Because the thing is, and I always tell them, I said, look, there's a lesson in everything.
Everything. Yes, sir.
There's a lesson in everything. We were playing basketball one time, and TJ got the rebound, and he ran away from the goal to the corner. I said, why did you do that? He was like, do what? I said, you put yourself in a trap. I said, what? I was like, now get this. I said, never put yourself in a trap.
Right.
See, I use my words carefully. I try to, for the most part, because what I could have said is don't get caught in a trap. But no, don't put yourself in a trap.
The wisdom of that. Don't put yourself in it.
Right.
In a position where you have to be
exactly.
Caught. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So like the thing is, wisdom has come with my experience that I'm giving you.
Right.
Right now. So like take this right now. It's free for you right now. And I love, you know, when the Bible says, if any man lacks wisdom, ask God who will give it and upbraideth not. Like he will give it generously to you.
Yeah.
So like the thing is, patience is an experience. Wisdom is just given to you. Because I remember Sister Hall would say, be careful what you ask for, boy. That's what she would say. Be careful what you ask for, boy. You ask for patience and God will make you wait.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, you sure right about that. And I was careful on asking for wisdom, but the Bible says that he will give it.
Yes.
See, you'll be taught patience, but wisdom will just be given to you. Like Solomon didn't, like, other than him knowing that it was God who says, okay, this is what we're going to do in this situation. And from then on, he knew he had wisdom.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Yeah, he had to be faced with an experience to apply wisdom. But man, just think of the implications it could have been without wisdom. If he would respond without wisdom.
Yeah. Yep. Because you boy. Because he saw his father.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? He saw what he had to go through. You know what I'm saying? He saw what other kings. I mean, you hear about the trials and tribulations other kings had to go through by not following wisdom. David, when he had the men and he was like, should I go or should I stay?
Right.
He ended up leaving and they got whooped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lost everything. But God still restored him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact is that wisdom would have gave, if he would have had wisdom, he would have learned from that. Not, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have put him and other people in that position. Oh, Jesus. Your wisdom.
Come on.
Your wisdom of not getting wisdom don't only just affect you.
That's it right there.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it right there.
Your ability to gain wisdom affects everybody you're connected to. And if you don't get that wisdom and apply that wisdom, and you don't move when you're supposed to move or stay when you're supposed to stay, it don't just affect, man, I have a family.
Right.
So when I don't apply wisdom, it doesn't just affect me, it affects my family. If I'm unwise with money, and the lights get cut off, it's not just cut off for me.
Right.
When I walk in the room, but when I walk out, the lights come back on. Now, if the lights go off, it's off for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's imperative that we get wisdom and experience. And like I said, man, like you said, we said, the best combination of that is godly wisdom.
That's it.
We get godly wisdom, we get godly experience, we get godly, you know what I'm saying? What's the word? Discernment, we get patience, we get love, we get everything else that comes along with it.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, wisdom versus knowledge. I mean, not knowledge. Wisdom versus experience. Again, there is no versus. Hand in hand. And the best way to get that is with godly wisdom.
Right.
Man, this has been good, man. I mean, listen, let me tell y'all. So, again, last week when PKJ was letting me know, asked me to do this, and we got a couple people going out of town, they're doing other things, other assignments and stuff like that. And so I called my boy Tony last minute, and I just want to say thank you, man, for being available.
No problem.
I know, this is what we do, you know what I'm saying? But y'all, he dropped everything. Like I said, last minute, he was like, man, when you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? And so he works full time. He has a full-time family. He's a pastor and everything like that. So again, I just want to say thank you for helping brother out, man.
Oh man, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we do also want to give everybody the opportunity to give, and you know that there are 3 ways you can give here, and you will see the graphic on the screen. You can give by PayPal at nokagives@gmail.com. You can also use Cash App at $NOKAGIVE, as well as our text to give option by texting the number 501-300-7897, and you're gonna follow the prompts from that text message. All right. Again, we want to give everybody an opportunity to give. And look, we are about to wrap this thing up. And I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Thank my boy TB again, Tony, Pastor Tony LaRufus Langford.
Man, no, that's not even it. Close below cigar.
Listen, thank you, man, again for coming out, man. And as always, my name is Tim.
And I'm Tony.
And this has been another episode of Raw Talk Christian Podcast, along with Nation of Kings Red Couch Conversations.
Shout out to the nation. Yes, sir.
Man, thank y'all for and again, just thank y'all for hanging out with us while we're doing our Red Couch Conversation. I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks, and it has been really, 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 really good. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of people like gold nuggets. Now we got vibranium nuggets. And so, man, again, right? if y'all have missed any of those, go back and watch them, man. They have been really, really, really good. All right. So until next time, we will see you all later. God bless you. We out.
Peace.